Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be doing the GWS Giants vs Fremantle game review, going through who went well, who didn't go so well, and well, one player in particular, Matthew Johnson, is probably going to ruin a lot of the top teams this week, as he basically had a shocking week and was pretty much the if he had 19, he was going to be the one that didn't count or something like that. So before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, Kelly 120 had a huge last quarter from memory. Yeah, as you can see, 46 points. Ended up kicking a goal here, 2 goals here. Did he kick a third? He had 2 goals in the last quarter. I think he ended up with 3 in the game. Yeah, as you can see, here's the third. Yeah, he was huge in the last quarter, and he kind of made it so that this game wasn't a total knockout for me. But yeah, it was just kind of it was alright to see him do that, but I would rather not see him go and score 120. Cornelio 110, some guy that he's one of the ones that I'm trying to look to get in for my forward line. I mean, at the moment, if you look here, if you take Taranto, Rosie, and then you put English on field and Darcy Cameron, I've got 6 forwards, so I'd start to maybe look into the midfield guys, and so even Darcy Cameron might not be there at the end, but you've also got Keys here, who, depending on role, might be upgraded to some forward. If we look at the forwards and the 3-round averages, you've got Bolton's even doing pretty well. Zeeble 80 in the last 3. That was a good thing that he scored 59. You got Caleb Daniel 93, so he's having a good patch as well. So trying to get him in. So you pretty much have Daniel McRae that I need to get in for my forward and back line at the moment. As well, and I think that's pretty much it. So I think Caleb Daniel might be the guy post-buy that I try and get in, because it seems like no matter what he does, he's having a good week each week, and he has the ability to go 130 plus as well, but his baseline seems to be this 70 score, even with a bad roll. So when he has a good roll, he seems to be able to get a baseline of almost 90 odd points. So that's someone I need to bring in. Then we move over to Callahan. 108 was huge. Not many people, I don't think, have him. Well, that actually showed that a lot of people have him, I think. That kind of sucks, because he is a huge guy to have. 12% still, that kind of sucks that he's doing really well. I thought about bringing him in, starting with him, but then didn't end up starting with him, and it seems like he's been pretty much a good pick this whole way, with a 66s, a 48-61, and a 261s as his lows. But it seems like he's going to be gaining a little bit of cash now and could almost push the 700k barrier. Tom Green did good enough for me to hold, I think. Had a big spurt to start, and really held it throughout to get to a 104. I think he does have the ability here to get to the to get those big 120 games back. I'm just wondering if Josh Kelly is actually an influence with his scores, because looking at them, it does look like he influences them. I think it is in a positive way, so hopefully with Josh Kelly back, it means that Tom Green will get those scores back up. If we look here at Tom Green, and we see here, he was just a little bit happy if he gets another 6 or 7 kicks here, that's a 110 score. Didn't kick any goals as well, and 3 and 6 is a good ratio, but we'd obviously like to see those marks up at around 5, because that's when you start getting to the point where he starts to get that, I guess, dominating sort of scoreline, which would be a 120. Riccardi 103, Briggs 97, so he's still gaining a lot of cash. He's basically gone from a mid-pricer up to a premium in a couple of weeks, so you can pretty much sideways him straight to a Darcy Cameron, and that way, for people that even put him on their bench, he's been able to get them pretty much. I could have honestly traded him for Samson Ryan and then just ran with that. I mean, it would have had one less guy on field, but I would have gained so much more cash, and yeah, that would have worked, but didn't do that. Then you have Brown 94, because you can basically go him to Darcy Cameron, play Darcy Cameron in this ruck role here, and then just play Darcy Cameron as a forward, and you've basically gone from maybe even a sort of like a 400k like Noah Long to a Darcy Cameron in the forward line in like the space of 3 or 4 weeks. Then you have Brown, Green, Whitfield. Whitfield did all right to get a 90. Yeah, just a disappointing second outside of that. He would have had 100. And yeah, just a good score from him, a decent score from him in a week where he had a lot of guys not do well, and would have been obviously nice to see him get the ton, but sort of a failed pick, but did good enough for me to be able to trade him out now, as he's obviously got the bye but also a 1 week suspension, and my plan was always to trade him out. I had hoped that he would get a little bit more cash, but he held pretty much around when I bought him at that same price. I think I bought him at 807, I want to say, and now he's 809, so again 2k, and had him for, I want to say, I had him for all these scores here, like 4 or 5 weeks, and basically did nothing. But I mean, I've gotten Dawson in now for him, so that's a win. You got Himmelberg here, another one that we're just watching, but doesn't seem like he's doing terrible enough really, and seems like he'll be one for next year wherever he goes, as it seems like he should be a backman. He seems better suited for a backman than a forward role. Perryman, 84, he started off hot, didn't he? Yeah, he started off 22 in the first 11 minutes and then just cooled. Ashton, Buckley, no one else here really to talk about. Angwin came on and got 2, so that smacks his break even in the face. And if we look at Angwin now, he's now down 18k and has probably got a break even of around 50. So he's a no-go for that. I mean, if I just quickly check it up, I can. He had a 43 last game, so 2 is not only going to bring his break even. I'm going to check here now, actually, to check what his break even is. His break even is now 56. He shouldn't hit that. As I don't think he's hit a 56 yet, so he's going to lose even more price. So I'd be getting him out if possible, but most people will be trading premiums, I think, now. I've been lucky that I'm able to hold, I think, 5 premiums, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 premiums holding, and still get 22 guys on. I'll sort out my vice captain and captaincy later. But yeah, I was still able to hold 5 premiums in this round when I was originally going to hold, I think, 3 premiums and a rookie and George Wardlaw. So I got rid of Wardlaw because I'm pretty sure his break even's like 51. Yes, he'll probably hit that, but I need just someone else basically. And Wardlaw was the guy that I think has done his cash gen. And I got him in at around 330k, I think. He got 130k, and getting him out straight away to another guy that's going to get some cash gen and also has this mid-forward status, which will be huge because I now have 3 guys that have this mid-forward status, meaning that my bench is a little bit more suited towards it. I do need to probably get a mid-forward into the the midfield rotation has a lot of mids. I wish the rookies that I had mid forward. That would be a lot better, but obviously Johnson and Ashcroft do not, and it's all right. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 guys that just have mid exclusive status, so that should be very attainable and getting the players that I want in their positions. Now moving on to Freo. Brayshaw hasn't really worked. He got a 53 point third quarter. He was on 40 at half and then 93 at 3/4 time, and then ended up with a 16 in the fourth. So yeah, he looks set for big scores in the future, just a 109. So he's going through a bad patch, it looks like, at the moment, but he's still putting up tons. So that's a positive, and he looks like, even the scoring ability looks like he could go and have those big 180 games. He just needs to string it together for 4 quarters. Sarong 106, he's obviously going to lose a little bit of cash, and I think he'll start to go down in price a little bit. I just hope that Brayshaw is the one that starts to really kick on a little bit, as I did pay up for the premium of him, and he is sort of underperforming a little bit. Clark here, 16k, only really had a good first half of 63, then sort of died. Jackson, 94. I think Darcy's back next week, so he might almost be a trade out. He's going to be a trade out first week of the buys, first week of the non-buys. Cox, Young I was really annoyed about because he only touched the ball 3 times in the second half. He looked perfect, 68, and then I put out a tweet, and then it sort of counter-rocketed him. But Freo looked 10 times better when they went through him, so just hoping they go through him again, as it's pretty annoying that he got 79 back-to-back weeks, I think. I think it was 79 back-to-back, was it? Let's see. 1 second. 79. So yeah, he could have easily gone and scored and done better. But yeah, he just died in the second half. Luke Ryan, I think they went through Luke Ryan a little bit more, and it just didn't work as they got pumped in the second half. Schultz had a big last quarter to get 77. Henry, he looked alright actually. Walker, Sturt had a 68, which was huge, but not very fancy relevant. It doesn't feel like, as he got 2 goals. I think 2 here. I think it's 2 goals 2. Yeah, 2 goals 2. Then you have O'Driscoll 59, Hughes, Amira 547. So whoever brought him in, that didn't really work out, and I thought that was going to be the case. These two, if we look at DFS Australia, I just want to see the CBAs and see how that worked out for Freo. I don't really know 100%. I'm pretty sure Johnson was on a wing this whole time. So where is it? Where 2023? Why are you not loading? Has the site just gone down or something? Let me see. Freo, here we go. You'll see here Luke Jackson, obviously. O'Meara, 57%. That 5. Johnson's role just went kaput. So, and he also had a corky, which meant that he missed out the last quarter. So he probably would have been sitting at around 26, 28. So back to this role here. Nat 5's role disappeared as we saw those sort of numbers sort of collapse a little bit. We saw Josh Tracy go into the ruck here, and even Hayden Young 17% in the middle, which was the same as Johnson, and Neil Erasmus took up what Johnson's minutes as well. So Johnson probably would have been actually sitting now looking at it with Erasmus and Johnson probably at 30%, which isn't bad, but isn't that 90 capable scoring. So we'll see what they do in round 15. They do have the Essendon matchup, which should be interesting. Haven't looked at VCs or not, whoever, because we have the Swans playing West Coast, which probably, when do they play this? It probably now, just quickly doing it, is VC Golden, as he has the good matchup, and then Collingwood, Adelaide, Melbourne, Geelong. I kind of need a... I probably will do, actually. Yes, that's what I will do. Is Dunkley please tell me Dunkley is playing at Marvel Stadium, Dunkley. Yep. That's a VC, and then a Golden captaincy is what I'll do, because Dunkley last time at the Marvel Stadium, I know it's nothing really to go by. It was this game here against Carlton, so I will be putting the VC on Dunkley and then captaining Golden. That's my options this week. And then, yeah, no one else here really. Johnson obviously failed with the 37. I thought he got off to a decent start and then had 20 in the third to really pick it up. But, just didn't get the midfield time to get... Did he even lay a tackle? No, he didn't even lay a tackle. And that's where I think he got a lot of his points last week from memory. Could be completely off. Yeah, 6 tackles, none in the next week. That's really where he didn't get any of his points. So I thought this was kind of what could happen, but I think it was just a corky, so I think he'll come back and I think he'll score. I think he'll score well against Essendon. I mean, it was the Giants that he played pretty bad against, but I think against Essendon he should be able to score. But if he gets dropped, then I'll probably just keep Wardlaw and get rid of Johnson and play with 21 guys. 21 guys and having 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6 rookies is pretty bad. I'll have three bad scorers, but having 7 rookies and 22 guys means that I have 3 rookie scores out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I've got the mid prices of Atkins and Ashcroft to deal with. But I've got Nick Dacos against Adelaide. I think he'll get tagged, to be honest, by Keys. So that might actually be good for me, that Keys gets that midfield role for another week. But that's basically the video. Yes, a long video, but I sort of haven't looked at any of this stuff for a couple of days and because of not being able to record at my usual time, so I'm sort of doing almost a catch-up personally for myself in this video. So I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.